Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Community Church. And we are a welcoming congregation, where we strive to transform ourselves in the world through love, wonder, and connection. My name is Beth Mackenzie Moore, and I use the she, her pronouns, and I serve as, right now, the chair of the Music and Arts Committee. Today's service will explore the virtue of humility and the courage to accept that we don't have all the answers, and the courage to acknowledge that it's okay to say, I don't know. Psychologist Dr. George Prensky has said, I don't know is a very important answer. It clears your mind and opens the path to clarity and wisdom. Whether you are here for the first time or for the thousandth time, welcome. Whatever you are facing in your own life, welcome. This is a place where we try our best to be real with one another, to get through hard things together, and to remind ourselves and one another of the values that ground and center us and motivate and move us. Whoever you are, whatever your faith journey, whomever you love, you are welcome here. We welcome all who seek to know the sacred and all who seek to make our world more just. Our commitment is to be together in covenant. So please join me in our affirmation of who this community is, beginning with that all-important word, love is the message of this church, and service is our way. This is our great covenant together, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Let's join in singing our opening here, number 389 in the Gray Heart hymnal. We'll sing it 3 times.
Good morning. My name is John Countryman, and I use he, his pronouns. Join me in saying our chalice lighting words as Beth lights our chalice. The chalice lighting today is titled Sacred Unknowing, and it's by Amy Carroll Webb. We light this flame for the art of sacred unknowing, humbled by all that we cannot fathom in this time. We come into the presence of what we do know, perhaps the only thing we can ever know, that love is now and forever the only answer to everything and everyone in every moment. Chalice lighting continues. As it does, please join me now in our time of meditation and prayer. Find a comfortable place for your body, noticing your breathing, finding your center. Take a moment to just be. Allow stillness to settle in. Maybe we should do a Does that feel good? Accept that you don't know what will happen this week, this month, this year, especially after last night's headline. Feel the not knowing and relax with it. There are so many things that we don't know. Embrace the truth of a don't know mind. Relax and become comfortable with it. Now, bring to mind a concern that may be weighing on you. Consider all the thoughts and judgments you have about how it should be. Now, let go of those thoughts and judgments and accept that you don't really know. Will what you imagine be the wrong thing? Maybe the wrong thing will lead to something better. You don't know. Reflect on how it could be to approach yourself, the situation, and other people with a don't know mind. Embrace what opens up for you. Whisper to yourself, I don't know. Approach today, this week, with a don't know mind. Open up to the possibilities. Let go of the certainties. Amen. We return now to our centers of connection. Every week, because we know that rituals bring us closer together and allow us to share the joy and hope, sorrows and fears that shape our lives. In the next few minutes of contemplative time, we will be sharing together the experiences of witnessing each other and expressing our inner experience of joy or hope by lighting a candle, and expressing our inner experience of sorrow or fear by placing a stone. In a moment, I will invite folks to come forward, but first, if you are online, please use the chat to participate in our ritual. Write your name and stone or candle, and we will add your stone or candle to our altar. If you are in the room and would like someone to light a candle for your joy, raise your hand. Gail. If you would like someone to place a stone for your sorrow, raise your hand. Diane. Anyone who would like to come forward may do so now. If you're lighting a candle, come around this way. If you're placing a stone, come around this way. Tech folks, do we have some names in the chat?
They're in the script. Oh, hang on. He's trying to figure out how to share that. How's that? Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, I'll make it bigger. The first list is candles, the second list is stones. How's that?
Okay, it's Michelle Matthews. This is candle.
This is candles.
Candle for Michelle. Sorry, Tech.
That's all right.
We're not as tech savvy as y'all. Yeah, a candle for Anonymous.
Oops. Hang on.
That well-known person, Anonymous.
Hang on. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Hang on, I'm working on it. I don't know what I did. There we go. Come back over here. We don't normally share this.
Okay, a candle for Elizabeth. A candle for Chris Johns. A candle for Matt and Evelyn. And a candle for Sandy. Place a stone for Michelle Matthews. A stone for Kurt. A stone for Chris Johns. A stone for Anna Siebert. A stone for Nikki. A stone for Ann Walpole. And a stone for Sandy. And we'd light one final candle for all the joys that remain in our hearts. And place a final stone for the remaining sorrows this morning. Please join in our sung prayer response, There is a Love.
Well, I was given the opportunity to give you the message of all ages. And first, I need to tell you this story comes from John Countryman, and it's based on something that happened to him when he was younger. A boy and his father were in a garden planting beans. The father noticed the boy was planting his beans 6 inches deep in the soil. The father told the boy, "You should plant your beans only 1 inch deep in the soil like I do." The boy said, "No, 6 inches deep is better. You should plant your beans 6 inches deep like I do." "How do you know that?" said the father. "Because I know everything," said the boy. "Everything?" said the father. "Everything," said the boy. "There's not a single thing that I don't know." "Well then," said the father, "please tell me this. What is that is the color yellow and goes a-ding-a-ling-a-ling?" "Oh, that's so easy," said the boy. "That's none other than a yellow ding-a-ling." "You are correct," said the father. "I told you so," said the boy. "Didn't I tell you that I know everything?" "So you did," said the father. "So you did. But tell me this, what is that is the color blue and goes ding-a-ling-a-ling?" "You can't fool me," said the boy. "That would be none other than a blue ding-a-ling." "So it is," said the father. "So it is." "Didn't I tell you I know everything?" said the boy. "So you did," said the father. "So you did. But now tell me, what is the color green and goes ding-a-ling-a-ling?" "Dad, don't be so silly," said the boy. "You must already know that it's none other than a green ding-a-ling." Said the father. "So it is. So it is. Perhaps you do know everything after all. But tell me this," said the father. "What is red and goes a-ding-a-ling-a-ling?" "This is getting boring," said the boy. "Of course, that is none other than a red ding-a-ling." "Ah! But you are wrong, my son. For that is none other than a fire engine. Remember that, son, the next time you think you know everything." "Yes, father," said the boy. "Yes, father." I'm next. Okay. And now we have the children's processional. And all the children may go out with Miss Taylor and Miss Lindsay. Please join me in our offering and acknowledging all the ways we give to this church. We give because this is our church and we value what it does for us, to us, and through us to our community and the world. May there be an offering to sustain and grow the life and the mission of this church inside and outside our walls. May we give in love and in hope. Together, our gifts allow us to expand and strengthen the tapestry and love and wonder and connection that blesses the church and transforms us and the world. Our reading this morning is All That We Do Not Know by Susan L. Suchocki. Day by day, month by month, year by year, we are confronted with all that we do not know, that we do not understand, that we do not grasp. Sometimes we are humbled by this knowledge and say, Spirit of life, it is too wonderful for me to comprehend, but I know this universe is more grand and more beautiful than I ever could have imagined. And I give thanks for the blessing of being here and seeing and hearing, experiencing and sensing all that is so wonderful around me and in me. Sometimes we are saddened by this knowledge and say, Oh, merciful Spirit, we need to have the burden of hurt and suffering removed from us. Grant us the courage, the wisdom, and fortitude to bear the pain of living. Send us those who will carry our burdens for a short while, and send us those who will comfort us with their healing words and thoughts. Sometimes we are angered by this knowledge and we say, in the name of justice and compassion, if it be in our power, give us the strength and ability to right the wrongs, for we do not, nor does any person in the world deserve this. Sometimes we're made joyous by this knowledge, and we say, oh, the Spirit of life who blesses our world, we rejoice and cheer for her glorious life. Sometimes we're made curious by this knowledge and say, holy and inexplicable is this life. I have no idea what happened and how it happened, but somehow, some way, something changed, and I am free to explore new ways of being. Please always let me continue to search for the unknown in myself and in others.
It's September of 1977. I'm sitting in a seminar room at the university. The graduate committee is seated around the table facing me. Earlier this week, I've completed the written portion of my exams, sitting at a desk from 8 to 5 with only a brief lunch break every day for a full week. I'm feeling mighty smug now because I passed the written portion of my exit exams with flying colors. Today, the faculty seated around the table are free to ask any question they like of me, face to face. I've read over 500 books and countless scholarly articles in preparation for this event. And I expect to sail right through this portion of the exams as well. I've been fielding the committee's questions with ease for about 45 minutes now. My graduate advisor tells me he's about to launch into the final question category, and I begin to relax. I'd like to ask you about the several proposed reconstructions of Shakespeare's Globe Theater. I'm ready for this line of questioning. Not only have I exhaustively researched the topic, but I've spent a week at the Stratford Festival in Ontario just before the fall semester began for inspiration and to keep the topic front of mind. Okay, says my advisor, let's begin with the John Cranford Adams reconstruction. Could you describe that reconstruction for us, please? I can do that, no problem. And I do. Well done, he says. Now, could you describe for us the C. Walter Hodges reconstruction? I can do that, no problem. And I do. Great, he says. Next on the list is E.K. Chambers' reconstruction. Could you share what you've learned about that one? I can do that, no problem. And I do. Very good, he says when I finish. How about the reconstruction proposed by Glyn Gladstone Wickham? A smile is beginning to form on my face. I can do that. No problem. And I do. Thank you, he says. Finally, I'd like you to describe one last globe reconstruction for us. That is the one proposed by Harry Selby. Silence fills the seminar room. I am now a deer in headlights, an actor who's forgotten his lines. I've never heard of Harry Selby. I sputter a little. In my mind, the seconds pass like an eternity. I begin. I'm sorry, I am not familiar with that research. I don't know. And just like that, firmly and authoritatively, the committee chair informs me that the exam is over, finished. John, please take a seat out in the hallway while the committee deliberates. I slink out of the room, my tail between my legs, and sit. I've spent 3 years in preparation for this moment. Has it all come down to this? I'm remembering the first thing the graduate advisor said to our incoming class when we arrived to start the program. He said, folks, we just want to assure you that it is possible to have a perfectly happy life without earning a PhD. Another eternity passes before I am called back into the room. The committee chair welcomes me back and, to my surprise and relief, tells me that the committee is happy with my performance. He says, we have one more question for the record, however. Do you recall the name George Spelvin? Sure. George Spelvin is the name we use on playbills when we don't want to alert the audience that the same actor will be playing 2 or more roles during the show. There is no George Spelvin, it's a made-up name. That's correct, he says. Or the name Harry Selby. That can serve the same purpose. What did he say? Harry is not a real person and has nothing to do with Shakespeare or the Globe. Just want to keep you on your toes. And now we want to congratulate you. The best thing you did during the exam today was to admit your ignorance. When you said, I don't know, we knew you are fit to stand before a room of undergraduates and never try to bluff your way around a student's challenging question. Whew. The unlikely merit of not knowing. Lesson learned. My friend out in California who spent his life as a performance coach, Michael Neal, says, for myself, I find that any time I allow myself to not know what I don't know, I instantly feel more connected to the intelligent energy of life. Instead of pressuring myself to figure it out, get it right, or act like I know what I'm doing, I relax into the truth of the situation, knowing that not knowing is the gateway to possibility and insight. Why are we so hesitant to admit to ourselves, let alone to others, that we don't know what we don't know? I don't know. But filling in the blanks of not knowing with false ideas not only limits our access to new and fresh thoughts, it also tends to get us into trouble. In a statement whose origins seem to go back to the writings of the 19th century humorist Josh Billings, it ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble, it's what you know for sure that just ain't so. Would you now please rise in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple," number 16 in our gray hardcover hymnal. We'll sing it through twice. In preparation for our closing, let us reach out to each other in whatever way we feel comfortable. When you go acknowledging that maybe we don't know everything. When you go in peace.
Leave this place knowing that you are good and knowing that you are loved.
Take your dark and your light and your love from this place. Share them with the world and stay safe until we meet again. Amen.
Thank you, everyone, and enjoy coffee hour and conversation. Have a great week. Stay cool.